So now that we've had a chance to discuss the direct comparison approach to evaluating a property, why don't we go ahead and open our participant guide, and we're going to get started with activity number 7, okay? So flip to that page. Perfect, okay. So the subject property in this example is a 3-bedroom side split located at 29 Brock Street. It's situated in a good location close to shopping. The home itself is 1,324 square feet. It's built on a lot that is 60 feet by 115 feet. It features a single car garage and has no fireplace, okay? So we'll go to the next page. Oops, sorry about that. And we'll take a look at the market facts. Prices have risen in the past year, with all of the entire increase happening in the first 6 months of the year. So there's been zero appreciation over the latter 6 months of the year, okay? Building costs for this type of property are $70 a square foot, and lots in this neighborhood are selling for $900 per front foot. A fireplace will add $2,000 of value to a property, while a single garage costs $12,000 and a double car costs $22,000, but each respectively will add $10,000 and $20,000 of value to a home, okay? So what we're gonna do is, if you flip to your next page, if we were to evaluate 29 Brock Street using the direct comparison approach, I'd like you to go through your book and work either in groups or in pairs, and I'd like you guys to discuss which of these 5, we're going to pick 3 out of 5, are the most comparable in terms of what we discussed, okay? So we're going to give you 5 minutes, and we'll see how much of the information you've retained and what we might need to touch upon again. Okay, 5 minutes starts now. Great, and 30 seconds left to go. I hear some really good discussions. Some nice ideas coming out. I think you guys might have it. Okay, are we ready? So why don't someone raise their hand and volunteer to tell me what 3 comparables they chose? Yes, we'll go with Paul in the back. 1, 3, and 5, excellent. And why did you pick 1, 3, and 5? Would you like to illuminate the class? Timing, excellent. So he's absolutely right, Paul's right, because in the market's facts, it does say that all of the increases in price were at the front half of the year. So these homes happened closer in relation to when we're doing the evaluation on Brock Street. So absolutely right, because timing does affect market conditions. So you want to hopefully evaluate things that have sold in the same type of time frame. Okay, someone else? Yep, Jennifer here in the front. You also chose 1, 3, and 5. And would you like to share why? Great, so location. So Jennifer is absolutely right. You've all heard the 3 location, 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 which is a signature real estate quote and motto. So absolutely. So 1, 3, and 5 on Elgin, Maxwell, and Maple Lane are located closer to 29 Brock Street than the others. And let's go with one more. Yes, how about Christopher in the back? Again, 1, 3, and 5. Okay, so it seems like you guys all have come up with the same ideas. And now, why would you suggest that? Excellent. So, because these 3 are all the same type of and style of property or dwelling, absolutely. It means that you're comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges. Great, good work, everyone. So now that we've said that 1, 3, and 5 are the best 3 comparables of these 5. Can somebody tell me why comparable number 2 was not chosen? Yes, Stephanie. Excellent. Property 2 is not a 3-bedroom side split. It is actually a 4-bedroom, 2-story home. So different style of property, totally different. And if you had to throw it in as a comparable, you would have to do a lot more adjustments to utilize the direct comparison approach, because it's really not a direct comparable. Okay, and how about number 4? Yep, Mike over here. Time, right, okay. Time and location, good one. Okay, so you're absolutely right. This one is 5 blocks away, and which is further out than some of the others. And it also happened, the sale happened a year ago. So like I said earlier, the timing of the market from that little blurb in the market facts actually comes into play here. So totally different environmental or market climate out there, and homes that were getting more money in the front half of the year may not yield as much in a sale price in the back half, given the market climate. Okay, excellent. So you were right. Give yourselves a pat on the back. That's excellent, okay? So what we're gonna do now, if you flip your page, this might look daunting. I promise you it's not. So this chart here, what I need you to do is fill this out to the best of your ability. All of the information you'll need to do so is in the subject property info, in the market facts info, and in the comparable section where it lists all the info about those, okay? So fill it out to the best of your knowledge. See which ones here, whether it's lot size, square feet, garage and parking, or fireplace, requires an adjustment. And then we can reconcile all of those adjustments and come up with a total price, total adjustments, and then a totally adjusted sale price. Okay, so I'm gonna again ask you to either work in pairs or work in your groups at the table and see what you guys come up with. I'm gonna give you 20 minutes to do that, and then we're gonna have a discussion and see what everyone has come up with, okay? Your 20 minutes starts now. Everybody, 30 seconds to go. Couple quick more ideas, jot them down. Make sure you're right. If you're not, we'll discuss in a moment. All right, let's do this. So your next page, you should have filled it in like this. Has anybody not come up with these bottom totally adjusted sale prices? Anyone have anything different? Yes, Sheila in the front. Aha. Okay, and why do you think that is? Do you have any idea now that you've looked at it a little closer? Yes, you're absolutely right. So what Sheila did on comparable 3, which is the middle one right here, is rather than subtracting the 3,600, and you'll remember here, this is the lot size. So you'll remember that lots in this neighborhood were selling for $900 per front foot, okay? So this lot is 4 feet wider in frontage than our subject property on Brock Street. So that 4 times 900 becomes 3,600. And what Sheila did was she added it to the comparable rather than subtract it. Now, sometimes in your head it may seem counterintuitive, but what you're thinking is this adjustment is being applied to our subject property, okay? So in fact, the comparable 3 is superior to 29 Brock Street rather than inferior. So if it's superior, we are adding a negative to comparable 3 to make it more apples to apples, okay? Any other questions on that? No? Okay, so did everybody get the fireplace, the 2,000 minus for the fireplace? Because again, our subject property has no fireplace, whereas the other two comparables 1 and 5 both did, okay? So again, because they're superior, it's a negative calculation there when you're doing the total adjustments, all right? Good, and so what did everybody come up with as their adjusted price for 29 Brock Street? Well, the adjusted price for comparable 3 is in fact $353,900. Okay, so 354,000 with the adjustments that are made. Okay, so did everybody? Let's see if by a show of hands, did everybody think that comparable 3 was in fact the most comparable? Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing exactly that, and now I see a couple of hands that weren't raised. Which one did you think was the most comparable? Yes. Excellent. Okay, so you thought comparable 5, and why is that? Tell the class. Aha, because the sale was a week ago. Now that's absolutely true, but if you will look, it actually needed the most adjustments in order to come up with a reconciled price, okay? So number 3 only needed a $3,600 adjustment. in order to come up to that price to make it as equal, as comparable as we could to 29 Brock Street. Okay? Everybody okay with that? Are we good? Excellent. Okay. Well, so let's have a little review here. Topic wrap up, okay? Adjustments are applied to the comparable sale. So like we said, we had our subject property, the comparable sales, we adjusted them so that they were the most comparable in terms of their features and options to our subject property. When a comparable is superior, a minus dollar adjustment is used. Again, that's exactly what we did with the fireplace, because two of the comparables, number 1 and 5, had a fireplace, and you'll remember in the market facts, a fireplace added $2,000 of value. So we took off the $2,000 from each of those comparables because our subject property didn't have a fireplace, okay? When a comparable is inferior, a plus dollar adjustment is used. So if you look back a slide, you'll notice the comparable 5 was significantly smaller than 29 Brock Street, okay? It was 1,206 square feet and opposed to Brock Street, which was 1,324. If you take the difference there and you multiply it by the $70 a square foot to build a home like this, as we again saw in the market facts, then what you'll notice is we have to add a plus dollar assignment to that comparable in order to make it the same size as 29 Brock Street, okay? Great. And now adjustments are based on value and not cost. Again, I'll direct your attention to the market stat info because it says that the cost of a fireplace, cost of a one-car garage was $12,000 and a double garage was $22,000, but each respectively only added $10,000 and $20,000 of value to the home. So we go by value, not cost, okay? Now, value estimate is based on adjusted sales price, okay? So once we've come up with all of the adjustments and we've reconciled a final price, then that's where we get the value estimate, okay? So that's where the $354,000 comes up, all right? So we have finished the lessons. If there's no more questions, we have finished the lessons, and we'll move on to the question and answer period.